the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Chill ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for gamer. Number 1. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th Gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense board, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening. And welcome back to the LG Ultragear presents the Esports Tec Gauntlet Season 4, powered by Crucial, with the gaming partners being Intel. Intel being the place where where it delivers the best gaming value by delivering the best overall gaming performance. Follow the hashtag Game with Intel to find out more. And our apparel partners are, of course, 656. It's gonna be your boy Aggressive, a little bit under the weather today with all of the stuff that has been happening, but hey, universe, you're gonna be here with me for today for this exciting matchup with a couple of different changes and a couple of different fallouts happening as well. Let's jump on down straight over onto that screen as I hand over the mic to you. How are you feeling, my man? And how do you feel about this matchup?
Well, I think it's been a pretty eventful day today. I think Valor and True Rippers had a pretty great game in the evening where Valor somehow ousted the side of True Rippers, which I did not expect. A lot of surprises there coming in from True Rippers, especially having to watch Paradox play on Cypher and then a Euro pick as well on Fracture. It was really interesting, but I think that this team, this matchup right here, should be a little bit more for us to wonder about who exactly is going to be at the top of the table of this group. Reckoning Esports and Team Snakes, which are ex Team Exploit, are currently unbeaten in their group. Both of these teams have gone with only wins so far, and this is probably going to be the first loss for either one of them. I'm not quite sure who it's going to be. Reckoning Esports recently had a really, really huge victory against FS Esports, where, to put it quite simply, they
Oh
are
yes, a
looking
lot
at
of
the
drama.
yeah. To put it quite simply, they are looking really good right now. They are probably at the best form, but of course, Team Snakes, well, they are pretty good themselves. The best from Pakistan. We'll see how it all turns out, but let's have a look at the MVP standings. Who is going to be shining from either one of these teams? Shooter was seen quite a while ago, but he's gone away for a bit, and Smoker seems to have entered the list with the fourth positioning all for himself. 215 kills, 147. That's a pretty good KDA ratio with an ACS of 248. That's actually quite impressive.
Really good. He's one of those unsung heroes that we haven't really seen that much, but the fact that he's making massive strides throughout this entire roundup, it just goes to show how incredible of a player he is and how much we have slept on this guy. But now that he's on Reckoning, now that he's with this roster, he's rising up to the challenge. And hopefully today, if there are 3 maps being played throughout this entire series, which I'm pretty sure there will be 3 maps considering how amazing Team Snake plays before they were Team Exploit. So when you consider all of that, it's just gonna start building up more and more, and Smoker possibly will be able to rise up to the challenge and possibly dethrone the players on the second and third position, being Paradox and Sami. So I think that yeah, him having their phone numbers, it's gonna be pretty much an intense affair because you gotta remember, True Rippers they already had their 7th game, and so did the side of Exili. So let's see how it all goes down. Heading on down over towards the group standings to get a visual representation of where all of the teams stand, what are Team Reckoning even fighting for, and what it's really looking like for Team Exploit, and currently Exploit being Team Snake. We didn't really get those changes, we didn't really have that time, but it's all here, it's all present in front of your screens, and in a way, both of these teams are just fighting for the first initial seed. Who's going to
Yep.
be seated on first place, and who's going to not have that flawless record in comparison to the other one?
Well, this is the last game for both of these teams, Reckoning and Team Exploit. Both nothing to separate them except for a couple of rounds so far, plus or minus in maybe the region of 10 or 5. But this is going to be splitting the difference and settling the table once and for all. While True Rippers did lose out today, they still did pick up a point, and that kind of settles them into the playoff spot as well. I should believe they are done, and I don't think Valor are going to be able
Oh,
to
they can.
push them out. They can push Optimistic out, but I think that's
Yes.
probably going to be it for them. But this is essentially the last matchup for the top 2 teams. After this, we have just one match left in this group, and that's probably going to be Valor going up against Team T69. But and that again is for Valor to qualify. So this group pretty much settled. But here is the top of the table fight, ladies and gentlemen. The one that I think we all have been waiting for quite some time, and of course, it had to come at the climax of the group stages of the TEC Gauntlet Season 4. There is a lot at stake for either of these teams. Better seeding, who knows who gets it? Bragging rights, unbeaten across the entire group stages. Whatever it is, let's find out what comes up in the time to come because I'm honestly really excited for this.
Let's head on down over to the player spotlight for the side of Reckoning, see who's going to be shining this brightest from there, and Bad Love being the one on that spotlight. I don't think we're really surprised about that one. The most explosive player out of all of them, other than Deadly, of course, because Deadly's just an insane player when it comes down to
The
his
thing I love, the thing I love the most is even he's got almost similar stats to what Smoker did. 226 kills, 156 deaths. That's literally almost the same region.
Consistency all around the board.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I don't want to put it out there, but if you look at Bad Love's picture, it's like he's posing for a movie poster. He looks such a dashing fellow right there. And hopefully he's going to be just as dashing on the server today.
He is playing
And
Jets. So.
fair enough. Flashy plays are all about those jet mains, and hopefully he can pull some of that flair today on the server as well against Team Snakes, which, by the way, we're going to have a look at of their player spotlight as well in just about a couple of seconds. And I think it should be a battle of the Jets today. If Shooter is going to be playing, I would be really, I would be really hopeful about that. But overall, I think that Bad Love has, looking at his journey, he's been through multiple iterations of different teams. And for him to come about like this as one of I would say he's really underrated at the moment. I think he's not given enough credit for what he does for Reckoning. And I think that once Reckoning do solidify their positioning in the playoffs and, maybe give competition to win the title itself, we're going to see a lot more from this guy.
As more time passes and as the teams become a lot more better, I really do believe that on paper, the Reckoning squad that they have right now has what it takes to be one of the best teams in the entire region, possibly to throw on the likes of Enigma as well to take that third position away and possibly take out Global and Velocity in multiple different fronts. This team is one of those underdog teams that you can always need to have your eyes on, but at the same time, that also falls into the same category for the side of Team Snakes. Team Snakes being the best team from Pakistan, they're pretty much the closest contender to take down all of these top caliber teams, take it all away from them, and showcase exactly what their country is capable of. And the fact is, the Gauntlet, this is the last time they're going to be able to prove it until we come up with another new tournament. But hey, that's something for later. Make sure to follow us on our socials when it comes down to Instagram. All the links are in the description to find out more about what we're going to be doing in the past, future, and present. But moving on down from that, let's head on down over to the player spotlight for the side of Team Snake and see exactly who's going to be the one to tear up the server the most from their side. And Shaka being on towards the front end, you know for a fact that he will be the most consistent player out of the bunch. Shaka's not going to be insanely flashy. He's not that type of player that you're going to be like, oh, I see him, and I know for a fact he's going to get multi-kills and multi-frags. So, of course, he does get those, but he's going to get it in a consistent fashion. He gets those trades, and his trade game is what makes him the highlight for the side of Team Snakes.
Yeah, I think that, we need to be considering what exactly Shaka has been. He stepped out and stepped into the team multiple times, as a reliable backbone substitute who can be, who can be, the one person that they can see as fitting any role, especially the initiator. He plays a sentinel as well. Can fit in even the controller at times. Seen him very rarely, but he has done that. And even though his KDA might not give out as much as he provides value, I think that Shaka is a pretty versatile player who is the one man that you would want on your team as a sixth man. But obviously at any point of given time, he deserves to be in the playing five. So if he is playing today, well, good luck to him, and obviously hope for the best that Team Snakes allow themselves to let him play to his best and of course get the result that they want today. But yeah, it's gonna be a big fireworks show today. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Two talented players being on the spotlight today. Bad Love versus Shaka. That's gonna be a head-to-head that I'm really looking forward to see. But at the same time, it really does depend on what kind of a battlefield these players have picked up for us. So let's head on down over towards the map video screen and see exactly where we're going to be headed for this intense game today. Because honestly speaking, Universe, we can talk about the players all the time, but if the proper setting is not present, especially when you consider the map of Ice Smokes being on the cards at the very top, I do believe that Shaka would be in that better position because now he's going to be able to play that signature sage that he always picks up. Shaka's been an insane flex. He picks up the Astra, the Sage, and whenever you need him, he can always swap in and out in between with HSB for a controller or maybe even an initiator. To have that level of a flex on your team just completely shifts the dynamic. But on the other end, we do see Team Exploit, being the Team Snake, the guys to pick out the first initial map of Icebox. Yes, this is a good map, a strong map against the side of Reckoning, but then again, Reckoning, they've proven themselves on this map in multiple different occasions against other top caliber teams. And they've taken them down as well. Yes, the scoreline wasn't as dominant as you would have expected. It was a 13-10, 13-11, but still they put up a strong fight, and the times that they did win, they won it all out in the most decisive way possible.
Yeah, I think that this map pool is really interesting, especially for Reckoning, because on Icebox I haven't seen them as much, me personally, but I'm pretty sure that Exploit choosing Icebox, apart from their usual, they sometimes go for the Haven pick. They have Ascent a part of their lineup as well. Split is something that they love playing. An Icebox is something that I'm actually seeing after quite a while for them to be picking. But hey, I think that they had a couple of bans come in before that, which did not allow them, and Icebox um, ended up being one of the choices that they had to go with. And I'm excited about this. I love Icebox. I think it's in contention for at least the top two maps in Valorant right now. But yeah, this is an interesting one. We go from Icebox to Ascent, and whether or not we see Bind is up to these two teams and who picks up map number one, which I am at a very, very, fenced state about, because I don't even know who's going to win this, man. Both these teams have been perfect in the way they've performed so far. No black marks on their records, but this is probably going to be the first one. Somebody's going to lose today, and somebody is going to be going ahead to the playoffs unbeaten. And I'm excited to know who it is.
For now, though, as both these teams are on the top spot, honestly speaking, Universe, not really much is about to change whoever wins this one, other than a lot of bragging rights and of course the seeding positions of how they're going to be placed into one another, because you got to remember something: the first seed will be going up against the second seed and the second seed will be going up with the first. That's like vice versa. The first seeds of each group will not be going up against one, so that is one of the more crucial parts.
Yep.
So when you have that factor coming into play, how much are you worried here? Not much. You just need to play the game of Valorant and just have fun.
Yeah, and I'm just concerned about one particular thing, is that Team Snakes are going through this transition period right now where they are no longer a part of Team Exploits banner, but they are sticking together. The players are sticking together. So I'm just a little concerned whether or not that's that whether that's going to affect them mentally, whether they are coming into this game with their full 100%, or they some things that are there lying on the back of their head that might give them a little bit of trouble while focusing on the game. But RGE currently look like they have everything in the bank right now. They've got the money, they've got the economy sorted, and they are waiting to spend out every single piece of their arsenal on towards Team Exploit and make sure that they end up going to the groups, forgive me, to the playoffs unbeaten. But I do have to ask you this, aggressive. Like, we've seen this, the meta changed from the last patch, and there's quite a bit of changes that have come in, especially on Icebox. How much do you think this is, in the future? Do you think we might see a change up of lines, rosters? Do you think we might see different controllers apart from the Viper coming in, or anybody like that? Maybe an Omen at times.
I think that with the recent changes to how Viper is played out and how Omen has been an incredible and like it's hard to explain. The thing is that Viper is still good. People say that Viper is now dead, Viper is no longer good,
Oh,
Viper is
she's
not
not.
gonna be in the medal. It's not the case here. Viper is still in incredible sentinel slash controller role.
Yep.
But the thing with the Viper is that you need to be a lot more smarter in the way you use it. Now you cannot catch your oppositions off guard as much as you did before because of the visual representation. Honestly, I believe that Viper's biggest nerf is the fact that now her smokes and of course the toxin screen and the poison orb gives a visual representation to the enemies when she cannot pull it up.
Yep.
That is the biggest nerf to her. It's not the fuel consumption rates because yeah, the fuel consumption rates will hurt her if you're running a single Viper controller composition. But normally in this current meta, we're always running a double controller. And now with Brimstone coming up to the rise, we could just see a Brimstone and an Omen or a Brimstone and a Viper. Brimstone is so strong and so potent just because of those stim beacons that he can be the game changer for any form of push that you have in mind. You can go
Yep.
in for very, very fast side takes in the last 30 seconds of a round and still get away with it just because the Brimstone stim gives you that little bit of an edge that you need. That mini neon dash just completely changes the outcome of any side take. That's why 30-second, I do believe that the 30-second meta could just be coming to Valorant. Like, the
Well,
30-second meta was a thing back in another tactical FPS, but Now, with such a powerful tool in the arsenal, it's my assumption as an analyst that it could happen here as well if teams are willing to implement that strategy. But for now, at least considering all of the different utilities and the variety of different ways people are playing, that meta is going to take a while to get developed. But first, let's see if one of our regional teams are going to be going in for something along those lines.
Yeah, I think that, on Icebox particularly, they do play the single controller setup quite a bit with just a Viper, and they keep switching it up between A and B. But I think that, there is space for a double controller to come in. I think that that would actually be a huge bump up. I've seen this multiple times, in scrims that I've watched sometimes, or, when it's just a random rank game. Uh, Having an Omen alongside the Viper just throws in so much variety, and have a single initiator that's Sova, obviously, and throw in a chamber and a jet. Play that single duelist, no problem at all. That gives the jet a little bit more to work with as well. The Omen and jet can work together, uh, and the Viper can self-sustain on the other side. While there are two controllers, you don't need to worry about the Viper rotating for, if she has to pick up a poison orb and go all the way towards the other side, and she can't even pick up a wall for the first thing. And I think that on Icebox particularly, it's not going to change that soon. I think teams are still going to be taking a little bit of time to get over it. I've seen a couple of international teams who are actually playing Omen on Icebox, but it's very scarce. It's very scarce. It's happened across the SCA region. But yeah, there's a lot of things that have been happening. And unfortunately, one thing has happened with Team Snake. And we're just getting this from our producer, and I'm sorry to inform, ladies and gentlemen, that the first map, Icebox, while we were talking about so much, there's unfortunately things happening in the background, and because of some certain technical issues, the first map, that is Icebox, has been awarded to RGE. They will be heading into this series 1-0, and they will be playing Ascent first. So we start off with a little bit of an handicap, ladies and gentlemen, on the side of Team Snakes, and RGE with an advantage. But we will be back soon enough while we set things up. Don't go anywhere. The LG Ultragear presents Tec Gauntlet Season 4 will be back in just a few minutes. And don't forget, guys, Aggie, my man, you know what to say.
Yeah. You gotta always remember that Intel delivers the best gaming value by delivering the best overall gaming experience. Make sure to follow the hashtag GameWithIntel to find out more, as we are gonna be waiting. And just as Universe said, we'll be right back after a short little break.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
Hey guys, I'm Ankita. Welcome to Streamer Reviews, the place where you can watch gamers review the best new gaming laptops in the market. Gamers love exploring the vivid detailing of their favorite games. This demands a system that can support their immersive experience. So, we'll be checking out the Intel-powered Lenovo Legion 5, a laptop with features that let you dive into the exciting world of gaming. One of the most important aspects of the Lenovo Legion 5 is its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, with a base clock speed of 2.3 GHz up to 4.6 GHz turbo. It flaunts 8 cores, 16 threads and 24 MB cache. The Legion 5 lets you untether your gaming experience with Intel Wi-Fi 6, ensuring you can enjoy your favorite games wherever you like. Play on the go with up to 75% less latency.
The Lenovo Legion AI engine optimizes performance automatically to any of the top 16 AAA games you're playing, with auto detection dynamically allocating CPU and GPU usage accordingly to get up to 15% more FPS. Speaking of senses, there's another sense that's also important for an immersive experience: sound. Thankfully, the Legion 5 has this covered as well. A pair of stereo speakers enabled with dynamic audio gives you an immersive 3D audio experience. Why wait? Get your own Lenovo Legion 5 and dive into the world of gaming today.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gamers review the best new gaming laptops. We gamers are always on the lookout to get more out of our systems. If you're looking for a laptop that can exceed your expectations, check out the Dell G15 gaming laptop. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor surpasses my expectations with a max turbo frequency of 4.6 GHz. It also has a game shift key on the keyboard which triggers a dynamic performance mode to maximize the fan speeds to keep your system cool while the processors push harder. The G15 also sports an Intel Thunderbolt 4 port which boosts your transfer speeds to unbelievable levels with its blazing fast bandwidth of up to 40 Gbps. It also lets you connect all your accessories using a single port. It's obvious that this system is designed to go above and beyond to deliver the results that you desire. Get your Dell G15 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gamers review the best new gaming laptops. We gamers are always on the lookout to get more out of our systems. If you're looking for a laptop that can exceed your expectations, check out the Dell G15 gaming laptop. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor surpasses my expectations with a max turbo frequency of 4.6 GHz. It also has a game shift key on the keyboard which triggers a dynamic performance mode to maximize the fan speeds to keep your system cool while the processors push harder. The G15 also sports an Intel Thunderbolt 4 port which boosts your transfer speeds to unbelievable levels with its blazing fast bandwidth of up to 40 Gbps. It also lets you connect all your accessories using a single port. It's obvious that this system is designed to go above and beyond to deliver the results that you desire. Get your Dell G15 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LG Ultragear presents TC Gauntlet Season 4, powered by Crucial with gaming partner Intel. And obviously, don't forget that Intel provides the best gaming value and overall best gaming experience. So don't forget, when you get your upgrades from the link in the description down below, do go ahead and show it off. Use the hashtag GameWithIntel and show what you got with your upgrades. And of course, if you want t-shirts like Aggie's wearing one right now, the upgrade to a beautiful jersey, do go ahead and check out 656, who are our apparel partner. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, while all things good must come to an end, this one has come a little too quickly. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Team Snake have had to forfeit their match, and this win has been awarded to RGE. There have been a little bit of unforeseen circumstances in terms of emergencies, and we just cannot go on with the match anymore. There are players who need to attend to certain issues that have been happening on their end, and unfortunately, because of that, this game is not going to be happening.
There's not much that we can do. We try to reach out to the players, but it's not really. We were not able to come up with any form of solution to this problem. So at the very end, the teams decided that hey, we need to forfeit here. We cannot show this 4v5 as well. Personally, from our own end, it's a sad story, but at the same time, hey, both of these teams, they can move it down forward over on towards the playoffs. So in a way, nothing is lost other than me just being sad because I couldn't cast this game. Because I honestly believe this would have gone over onto 3 maps. I honestly believe I would have seen the best Valorant being played out of both of these squads because the rivalry was present, the friendship was there, everything was falling into place because all of these players, they know each other. They've been playing against one another for the longest times. When when the side of Reckoning was still in Weird Esports, I used to notice all these teams just playing against each other often because hey, I have a couple of them on my friends list and I saw them scrimming at all moments. So it's a bit of a sad story, but at the same time, I'm really hoping we're going to be able to see them over onto playoffs and hopefully they go up against one another to get a revenge story for this match here.
Yeah, probably. But the only thing I'm excited about now is that there's one match left in this group, which is going to be played in a little bit later, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. But that is it for the top of the table. RGE will be going ahead unbeaten, and the side of Team Snakes will be second on the table. That's how it ends in top 2. There's still a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th position that has to be decided. Will Valor come up, or are they going to be eliminated? We'll find out in the days to come. The playoffs are just a couple of days away, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta be excited for that one. And if you don't want to miss out on any of that action, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell down below. And also make sure to follow the TC on all their socials, and of course our socials being casters. But for now, we're going to be signing off. Thank you all for stopping by. Even if it was a brief moment, you got to hear us talk. You got to be with us for a little while longer. But hey, as you are going to be going on down there, make sure to check out all of the products from the side of Intel as well. And when you get those products, you got to remember that Intel delivers the best gaming value by delivering the best overall gaming experience. Follow the hashtag GameWithIntel to find out more about what they have to offer and all of the technological breakthroughs they've been going for. And when you're down there, check out the other end from the side of apparel, from our apparel partners of 656 if you want to get a jersey like this. But with all of that out of the way, we're done for today. Thank you all for stopping by. Good night and happy gaming, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. It's 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th Gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
One, two, three, let's go.